All right, good morning, sixth grade. Welcome to ELA. We are going to be working with today, Analyzing Text Structures, RI 6.5. I'm going to share my screen now. Can I get one reader to read today's daily learning target? Ilani, can you read that for me, please?
Call me if you want me. This last one I make it for me. Analyze how, students will be able to analyze how particular sentence, paragraph, character, or section fits into the overall structure of the text and contributes to the development of the ideas.
All right, so we're going to be working with informational text, and you'll notice that the structure will determine how the way it's going to be organized and how those ideas are going to be conveyed. So quick question, suppose you put together a jigsaw puzzle, but what if you're missing a piece? Authors have to fit ideas together just as carefully. The way they organize information is called text structure. Depending on their purpose, and we talked about the three different purposes. And what are the three different purposes? To persuade, inform, or to entertain. Authors might choose to organize their ideas in a different way. All right, so we're going to skip the video and you can watch that on your own. So when we're talking about nonfiction text, right, there's always going to be certain categories and certain structures in the way that the text is organized. So for example, when you're talking about a description, you're going to see a lot of, for instance, there's going to be like a visual, which is a main idea and what your topic is going to be about, and all these things about that topic. Sequence and order, first, beginning, end, comparing, contrast. How are they the same? How are they different? You have your Venn diagram. These are all your similarities, differences about each and everything. Cause and effect, as a result, consequently. So this has happened, now this happens because of that, A, B, and C. A problem solution. This is when we talk about plot diagram, something has changed, just like how we talked about Percy Jackson. What did he face in order to change who he was or how he reacted as the character, and now how he found a resolution to that problem? A question and answer, like an interview process. All right, so looking at the image below, okay, we see that it's about Greece. Like the pieces in a puzzle, the parts of the text work together to make something bigger. Based on the pieces above, what is the big picture or the main idea? So it says, ancient Rome and Greece both began as city-states. Greece had no idea, no central authority, all right? Greeks were known for science, philosophy, and art. Romans, on the other hand, were known for their military and their civil engineering. So it has to do with ancient Rome and Greece, both began. All right, can I get one reader to read From Terracotta Army Protects First Emperor's Tomb? Let's see, who can I call on? Jasmine, go ahead, read.
Oh.
All right, Jasmine, go ahead, read.
My bad. Terracotta Army Protects First Empire's Tomb by John Roach, National Geography. Workers dig a well outside the city of Xan, China in 1974, structured upon one of the greatest archaeological discoveries in the world, a life-size clay soldier posed for battle. The diggers notified Chinese authorities who dispatched government archaeologists to the site. They found not one, but thousands of clay soldiers, each with unique facial expressions and positioned according to rank. Although very gray today, patches of pink hint at once brightly colored clothes. Future extents have revealed swords, arrow tips, and other weapons, many in precise conditions.
All right, thank you, Jasmine. So how does paragraph 3 develop the information? Hold on, I'm waiting for the little thing to go away.
Okay.
To paragraphs. All right, so how does paragraph 3 develop the information provided in paragraphs 1 and 2?
Oh, can I say it? Can I say it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so in paragraph 1 and 2, it was talking about it was like giving us a little bit of information of what's happening, and then in paragraph 3, it elaborated and gave us details.
Excellent, Jasmine. We're going to move on. That's exactly right. These two, the first two paragraphs kind of set it up so that they know, and they're going to explain more about these terracotta life-size clay soldiers and what they did. All right, Jasmine, do you want to continue reading?
Yeah.
Go
The
ahead.
soldiers are in French Lake. Underground corridors. In some of the corridors, clay horses are a legend for abreast. Behind them are wooden carriages. The Sparta Army, as it is known, it's part of an elaborated tomb created to accompany the first empire of China into the afterlife. According to archaeologists, esteem the pits may contain as many as 1,000 figures, but the total may never be known. These paragraphs tell more about what the archaeologists found. How does each sentence and paragraph develop key ideas of the text? I can answer the question.
Sure, go ahead.
So I think the paragraph develop key ideas from the text. I could connect it to paragraph 1, 2, and 3. It is elaborating. It's giving us more details, and it's like coming into a new topic. That's what I think.
All right, so this is what we're going to do. So how does the final sentence build on a key idea mentioned in the first paragraph? A is this, it suggests there is no point in trying to learn more about Terracotta Army because it's too big. B, it explains how extensive the site is and suggests that the story of the discovery is not yet complete. It reveals how little, the government's archaeologists actually know about the Terracotta Army. Or D, it implies that the archaeologists do not plan any further exploration and must rely on existing findings. So in that chat box, you're going to write A if you think it's A. You're going to write B if you think it's B. If you think it's C, you're going to indicate C. And if you think it's D, you're going to write D. We are going to then share out. All right, I need one person to explain why they think it's B. All right, Esther, go ahead.
I think it's B because the last sentence says archaeologists estimate the pit may contain as many as 8,000 figures, but the total may never be known. So, but it never says that archaeologists plan to give up or that they're gonna stop the exploration. So it's not A. And for C, it reveals how little the government archaeologists actually know about the Terracotta Army. That does not make sense either because it never in the paragraph it says estimate the pits may contain as many as 8,000 figures, so they actually do know a lot. And D, it implies that archaeologists do not plan any further exploration. It's the same thing as A, so it's wrong. So B is the correct answer.
All right, does everyone agree or disagree? Because some of you picked A and some of you picked C and some of you picked D. So now is your time to talk and tell me why you think it's that one. Jazzy, why do you think it? Oh no, Jazzy picked. Jasmine, did you already? Jasmine, you think it's D?
Yes, I think it's D.
Why do you think that is? That it implies that archaeologists do not plan for any further exploration and must rely on existing findings.
Because
Where in the text did it tell you that?
in this one, because it says archaeologists estimate the pins may contain as many as 1,000 figures, but the total may never be known. So they don't plan the answer about what they find. They just say what they think about it, and they rely on it on the evidence they have at that moment. So every time they find something new, they have a new answer. They don't just make it up.
All right, does anyone agree? Well, I think that I would have to agree with Esther because it says it explains how extensive the site is, meaning that they came to the conclusion that there was a big pit, right? There could be a lot of them because of the context that these it wasn't just a couple of soldiers, it was a lot of them. So it must have been more that has not yet been discovered. Does that make sense? All right, so we're gonna move on to Google Classroom. What you're gonna do is now you're gonna begin your work time. You're gonna read the article from the Dead Sea Scrolls, and answer the 4 multiple choice questions and answer that short response using rate. If you have not completed your entry task, you're going to do that before you start your work time. Are there any questions?
No.
Everything is on Google Classroom. There is a Google Doc there. Mr. Lucas started a Google Doc. So all you have to do is do all your work on the Google Doc, and you're going to upload it back into that Google Classroom.
Okay.
Or you can continue to scan, doing all your work in your packet.